The U.S. deploys fighter jets, ready for battle in the Middle East. The U.S. has deployed fighter jets from an aircraft carrier to a base in the Middle East to help Israel deal with the threat of an Iranian attack. The Times of Israel reported on August 7 that a U.S. official confirmed approximately 10 F/A-18 fighter jets from the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier had moved to a military base in the Middle East. This is part of the Pentagon's efforts to help protect Israel from potential attacks by Iran and its proxy forces, as well as to safeguard U.S. military personnel in the region. According to the U.S. official, the F/A-18 jets and an E-2D Hawkeye surveillance plane took off from the carrier in the Gulf of Oman and arrived at the military base on August 6. The location of the base has not yet been disclosed. However, the deployment of U.S. Navy jets is expected to be temporary, as an Air Force squadron of F-22 fighter jets is en route from a base in Alaska to the same military base in the Middle East. Around 10 F-22s are expected to arrive in the region in the coming days, according to the U.S. official. It is still unclear how long all these aircraft will remain at the Middle Eastern base, and that may depend on developments over the next few days. Previously, two U.S. destroyers in the Middle East, the USS Cole and USS Laboon, had been moved closer to Israel amid escalating conflict in recent days. The maneuvering of the USS Cole and USS Laboon from the Gulf of Oman to the Red Sea followed the Pentagon's directive on August 2 to deploy additional fighter jets, as well as cruisers and destroyers capable of ballistic missile defense, to Europe and the Middle East in response to threats. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin also ordered the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and its escort ships to replace the USS Theodore Roosevelt carrier strike group to maintain a presence in the region. The Pentagon is taking steps to prepare for the deployment of additional weapon systems to the Middle East. The U.S. may bolster land-based air defense capabilities to prevent Iranian attacks on Israel. Currently, there are about 30,000 U.S. troops in the Middle East, with the largest base being Al Udeid in Qatar. Last week, a U.S. official confirmed that there are at least 12 U.S. warships in the region. The Pentagon ordered the deployment of some warships and other military assets to the Middle East immediately after Hamas forces attacked Israel in October of last year. This move was seen as a deterrent message to Iran or Iran-aligned groups. Following this, the Pentagon on August 2 announced that additional military aircraft, warships, and other advanced weapons would be sent to the Middle East. This move comes amid escalating tensions in the region after Iran accused Israel of assassinating Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran on July 31. In response to these developments, both Iran and Hezbollah, a Tehran-backed force, declared they would strongly retaliate against Israel. Despite the increase in U.S. military assets and forces in the region, the Pentagon stated that Washington remains focused on de-escalation and promoting a ceasefire agreement to end the conflict in the Middle East. Source: Times of Israel.